I'm still working on it. So this all him.
It's seriously, it's a daily process. You have to, and you make a decision. Am I going to see through the lens that God has given me access to, or am I going to see through the lens that I want to see through? But when you choose to see through that lens that God has given you access to, your outcome is totally different. You ain't gonna react. They say something off the wall and your flesh just ready to go. You know what? And then you know what? You just be like, I would say calm, cool, and collected, because...
And he's really, like, I have to say, he's really good at that. Some things, like, oh my God, I get so upset with him. We will be talking about something and he will run something back in his mind. He'll tell me. And I'm like, that was shade. Like, I'm like, brother, do you know what they said to you? He'd be like, no, I didn't get it. It didn't register. It didn't sit with me. And he literally, or he can forget about something that happened, and months down the line, he'll be like, I just remember yesterday this conversation I had with somebody. And I'm like, those was fighting words. What are you talking about? He like, oh, I forgot. I'm like, what you mean you forgot? You were supposed to tell me when it happened. But he's so good. He's so positioned. He's so well, that's a good word.
Position?
Yeah. He's so well positioned, and it just rolls off of his shoulders. Some things like I'm worked up about, and he's like, calm down. And I'm like, I can't calm down. My nerves, I'm ready. Like, and he's like, calm down. So he has really, really, like, I would say that you're mastering that.
It's nothing but the grace of God. And I'm going to say this, and we're going to close out and get off because we've been on here for a while. But I would say when I was able to walk through those situations, when God gave me that liberty, is when I realized that God's word is what's going to stand forever. I don't have to worry about what other people say or what people feel or what they think, because at the end of the day, God is the end all be all. I don't really have to let what people say or what they do hold weight in my heart, in my life, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to stand before any of them but God. That my mama taught me that. My mama taught me that I'm not going to stand before anybody. It ain't going to be you, Sister Watermelon and Deacon Bush. No, it's going to be you, yourself, and you. And I can't afford to let what people say or what people do forfeit what God is trying to do in my life. I just can't. I can't let a flawed being hold that much weight in my life. I can't allow that to do any... you know what? You're flawed, and this is not being shade because we're extending the same grace. You're flawed just like I am. You slipped up and said that, or you said that intentionally. You allow the devil to use you. That's between you and God. That's getting ready to slide right off of me. That's not going to hold any weight for me. Because at the end of the day, when I go into prayer, I need my prayers answered. At the end of the day, I need God to do stuff on my behalf. I don't have time to be harboring what you said and my prayers and blessings is being held up. No. I'm too grown for that. I've gone through too much for that. The Lord has done too much in my life. I have too much riding on what God is getting ready to do for me to allow whatever you say, whatever the enemy says through you, to hold any type of weight in my life. I just can't anymore. I can't allow that to do anything with me. And then what we also have to do is allow God to be living in us so that when they do say those things, you are able to dissect what they said and read in between the line of it and see, okay, what they're saying to me is I'm hurting. And then you could go pray for them. Mm-hmm. You could send them a nice text message. You could you could really pray on their behalf. Because, you really just think about Jesus and everything that he went through. Just think about, he knew that Judas was going to betray him. He knew that Judas was going to betray him. But he discipled Judas for all those 3 years. Judas watched him do miracles. Judas was with him. He was one of the disciples. Jesus even gave them charge. He gave them power. And he still betrayed Jesus. Did that throw Jesus off of anything? I know that I would have been hurt. You'd have been a part of, you know, my ministry for 3 years, and we've literally turned the world upside down, and you decide now when I'm getting ready to go to the cross, you're the reason, you know, you're betraying me at this lowest point in my life, or at this point where I need, you know, them the most, and you betray me. But Jesus didn't allow that to throw him off course. But see, we have to be so driven by what God is calling us to that we can see somebody's flawed. And we can see sometimes God will even show you what the outcome is going to be. And he wants to know, how are you going to react to that? Are you going to let this throw you off of what I'm trying to do? Are you going to ride through the wave and know that I'm going to keep you guarded the entire way? I know I'm talking a lot. But I think that's something that we just need to understand. I think Jesus is the prime example. He would literally, Judas was with him for 3 years. Every day he poured his life out into Judas. And Judas betrayed him. Jesus knew that Judas was going to betray him. He knew it. But did that get him off course? No. Because had he allowed what Judas was going to do to get him off course, he would have never died for us. And the world would have been lost. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm done. Thank you guys for sticking with us through this live. I pray